All right. Uh, Welcome, everyone. Nathan here from Act Sales Recruiting. I had mentioned via Instagram and Facebook that I was going to show you guys some ways to maximize your prospecting opportunity, particularly through social media platforms. One of my all-time favorites, and I think sometimes underutilized depending what product or service you're offering, is LinkedIn. You know, I see a lot of people, a lot of activity, followers, some good stuff happening on Instagram. And don't get me wrong, Instagram's definitely a great vehicle. Facebook also, maybe a little bit more of an intimate network. Depends if you keep it open or not, but also another great vehicle. But what I love about LinkedIn is, you know, everyone's professional profile. So you know what their professional experiences are and interests are from a money-making position. So you can see here, I spend a lot of time on LinkedIn. I've got about, I guess this is the last week, about 2,000 views on my profile and 1,100 views on my post. I think my overall network is north of 11,000 now. Double check here. I think I need to go to my network. Yeah, so I've got about 14,000 connections on LinkedIn of a variety of different professions and people. Now, how I built this broad of a network is through content. So yes, people are generating value, adding content on LinkedIn. And you can do it from a public point of view. So people who aren't even connected with you will be able to actually connect with you if they like your content or request to be a contact for you. But really what it comes down to, guys, is how are you positioning yourself on LinkedIn and your profile? And how does that speak to the other people? So if I were to make a connection with you, a lot of people like to do their due diligence and investigate on who this person is that's trying to add themselves to their network. So they'll typically come to your profile page. So you'll see on my profile page, immediately, you know I'm in the recruiting space. Got a professional looking photo here as well. And one of the best things you guys can do is make sure you have a short, concise, and impactful heading underneath your name that tells people exactly what you do. Okay, so notice I don't have, hey, I'm Nate Ware. I do recruiting, or recruiter for Act Sales Recruiting. Describe it. Describe the impact that it'll have on that individual or the individuals you're having impact on or their businesses. So you can see I help companies hit their growth and revenue targets by finding them top performing sales talent to join their team. Well, boom. Now you know exactly what I do and how that impacts your business if you're a company looking to add additional salespeople. Okay. Your descriptor should be done in a third person point of view, just speaking to some of your highlights and strengths as well. Just make sure this profile is complete. LinkedIn's pretty intuitive about prompting you on what's blank and what hasn't been left out. Your dashboard, you want to get to a level of all-star. All-star is a fully complete profile with accolades and high volume on viewership and post views and even number of searches that you appear in when people might be looking for what you have to offer. Okay. A good thing to keep on to attract people as well is career advice. with career advice on, people will reach out to you who are interested in your space that you're expert in. Okay. So, I mean, just make sure this is fully complete, and make sure your accomplishments are listed and courses and things like that as well. And it should help when people are vetting out whether or not you're someone they want to talk to. So let's get into the search side. So a standard LinkedIn search can work for you in a lot of ways. It does break down. For example, you can search people, jobs, content, whether they're a first or second connection in your network, location, and their existing companies. So you can get somewhat granular with this. Let's try second connection, New York City, and let's just say we're looking for sales representatives. $17,700 results. Well, how do I know any of these people are good or interested in what I have to offer? You don't, to be honest. You need to get as much detail as possible. So if we go all filters, you can find out what company they work for. So what's a company? If you're searching network marketing, you could do Live, or let's do something a little more obvious. Let's do Isagenix. And they're on here if you're looking to pull other MLMers. So let's do Isagenix and apply that. Well, now I got 2, and that's fine because I've typed sales representative in here as well. Oh, and second connection. I can do third. There, 35 results. So I'm showing you this because you can do this from whether you're a professional recruiter like myself, or you're recruiting for your multi-level marketing or affiliate marketing business. You can look into other people in your space, which is a smart thing to do. So now maybe you want to talk to these 35 people. Okay. How are you going to construct a message that makes sense? How are you positioned already on LinkedIn? Right? Your profile. Your profile is a big reason why people connect with you. Let's reach out to Claudia here, just for example's sake. So let's investigate a little bit. Okay, so she kind of comes straight out with it in her descriptor. What she's lacking is describing who she's impacting. We know what she does already. Let's see. So she's been in the affiliate marketing space for almost 3 years at Avon and another year at Isagenix. So she knows the game. She knows how to make money. It looks like she probably made a jump and moved her team. She probably did all right if she spent 3 years there. It looks like she's doing this on a full-time basis as well. Okay, so we'd have to investigate that by actually having a conversation with her. You connect, always add a note when you're connecting with somebody. So if you're looking to build a relationship with this person, you've got to have a compelling message. And I've written numerous different messages over the years in recruiting or even as a sales representative myself, looking to get to end users or decision makers who'd actually purchase my products. And there's just some very obvious wrong ways, but there's a wide range of right ways as well. So I'm just going to go off the top of my head and see what I can come up with here. Always use the person's first name. I always approach them from a first name basis. when building my message. So Claudia. I am, you know what, let's not use extremely. Let's go with very curious. Learn more about your success at Isagenix as a sales representative. I'm currently recruiting for an opportunity in, name your opportunity, the space, health, wellness, finance, whatever. And I think your business building skills would be highly valuable. Claudia, I'm very curious to learn more about your success at Isagenix as a sales representative. I'm currently recruiting for an opportunity in X, and I think your business building skills would be highly valuable. There, here. Are you open to a networking call? Let's see if I can fit this. Would be of high value here. So you got to make sure you can fit this. There's limited characters. Sometimes you can shorten representative, sales rep. Boom. Okay. So now I'm sending a connection request, but it comes with a message. Okay. So Claudia is going to get the request, but she's also going to get this in her inbox if she accepts a request. And she's going to read it. You're more likely to get the connection with a message that they can read prior to connecting with you. And what a lot of people do is they view your profile before connecting, and after reading this message, be like, okay, this sounds interesting, but who is Nate? And, you know, they'll come over to my profile and see I do recruiting, and they'll be like, okay, he might have a great opportunity for me. So how is your profile translating into your messages and what you're trying to convey and get across to people as well? Because they're going to try to do their due diligence before connecting with you. Some are, some aren't. Some are happy to open up networks right away, and others are a little weary. So I'm not going to send this message because I am not in network marketing, and I am not recruiting for an opportunity in New York or interested in Isagenix people. You might be. I'm not. So I'm going to cancel that. Okay. Let's fly over to my inbox on people I am interested in. Okay. So here's an opportunity I'm recruiting for in Toronto, Canada right now, actually. Okay. Here's the message that I wrote. Okay. Is this something that was compelling enough to have Saad connect with me and all these other individuals? Yes. You know, and these all have different messages depending on my client that I'm currently recruiting for. But point is, You can make tons of connections, guys, with the right messaging. Make sure you're coming off first and foremost on LinkedIn how you want to be, and that your profile is robust and complete, and that you're the kind of person that these people are going to want to have a conversation with. So accolades, awards, experiences, connections. If you can get recommendations written by other highly reputable individuals on your profile, I'd recommend doing that as well to continue to validate yourself. And then the content of your messaging needs to be on point. Some things I avoid is income levels and income opportunity. Don't start throwing around numbers and how much people can make. It's really not going to work for the right people. You're going to attract people for the wrong reasons. You want to attract people to opportunity, an opportunity to impact, or an opportunity for themselves or their family, their why, if you will. So just make sure that in your messaging, it's opportunity driven, and you speak to their success or who they are first, and they understand or can see that you've actually read their profile and taken the time to take a close look at them, and that's why you're interested. It's about them. You're secondary, and income has nothing to do with it. So if you stick to some of those basic messaging principles and get your LinkedIn profile airtight, you shouldn't have a problem on connecting with people. Can it get tedious on your reach outs? Yes, but I mean, there's some great, talented, and worthwhile people out there on LinkedIn that you definitely should be taking advantage of if you're not already. So I'd recommend getting that done. So just wanted to take a few minutes to share that with you guys. Won't chew up too much more of your time, but if you have any questions about LinkedIn, feel free to send me an email, or you can even connect with me here on LinkedIn and send me a direct message or Instagram or Facebook, however you want to do it, or send me a direct email, info@axsalesrecruiting.com. And I'll be happy to answer any questions you guys have when it comes to prospecting, be it door-to-door, in person, over the phone, through social media platforms like LinkedIn. I've done it all for years, and looking to add some value to you guys and put it out into the universe and help you guys grow your businesses and your networks and become successful as well. All right, so that's it from me, guys. Signing off. Looking forward to additional messages from you guys, and may all your businesses be growing.